Brilliance in Commerce, Episode 12. Welcome to everyone. July 20th, 2016. Brilliance in Commerce. And we have some very exciting guests today. This is Tom Saint-Charmant, your host, and we have today Anna von Reitz and Royal Solomon, and all kinds of exciting topics and people and ideas, good fortune, and wisdom and blessing to share with you today. So, I want to start with checking with a question that has been raised. Later in the show we will have questions and answers. In this case I've unmuted a 907 area code, which is Alaska. I'm wondering, is that you, Anna? Listener, no. This is a listener. Okay. Very good. Thank you. And welcome to the show. I was looking for Anna's phone number. Welcome to the show. And we're going to get started shortly here. And we'll move on and look for, all of our guests today. We're going to be talking about gold and banking and individual sovereignty and restoration of the American Republic. We're going to be talking about building up one's asset column, and there's all kinds of news and information, class action lawsuits, to give you news about, and I'm going to welcome Royal Solomon. Royal? Are you there?
Yes.
All right. Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. And everyone, I wanted to, for those of you who are not familiar with Royal in Hawaii, based on Honolulu, and the bringer of the Golden Age. She has been a gatherer of freedom and liberty to many thousands of people, taught a forgiveness method that goes far beyond Ho'oponopono and those who are experienced in higher consciousness and well educated in the galactic perspective of what really is happening on the planet and understand how important our creations of the dawn are, arising now on the history of the Earth ascension are. And so we have the blessing of seeing a mystery arising of inner and outer physical and spiritual health, and healthy, worldly and divine, temporal manifestation, and eternal realization. Royal has some friendship developing with Anna. And so Anna and Royal are working together in building a bank and in collaborating on helping everyone get their gold accounts set up. And that's why we have a dual affinity of the two. Speaking today on the show, Royal has read hundreds of the most profound spiritual and scientific books in the world and eclipsed them all with cosmic conditions of his own from the inner light. Those close to him have seen many synchronicities and miracles, and we're also watching the unfoldment of the new monetary system on this planet aligned with honor, aligned with the new principles that will govern the coming age when corruption is left in the past. History is going to record how the dark ages are replete with negativity, and now positivity, generosity, philanthropy, beneficence, honesty, openness, fairness, enlightenment, oneness, all of the fellowship of the stream of love, universal love, unconditional love that is at the essence of all religious, spiritual paths, philosophical traditions, and will be the basis of a new level of prosperity and peace. And Royal and Anna are two of the people helping to make this happen. So I wanted to ask Royal, how did you first come to know Anna, and how did you get aligned with her? I know a lot of the people listening today are readers and followers of Anna von Reitz and may not be as familiar with you. So you're informing them of how you came to know her and collaborate with her might be interesting.
Well, it was very simple. A lot of people were doing research when I fell upon a research group when I was in California, and they had a lot of her materials. I was very impressed with her and impressed with the depth of the research and the global scope of what she was doing, and I just felt compelled to call her and talk to her and praise her and thank her for everything she was doing and ask her if she needed any assistance in some of the areas that I could help her with, and we formed a bond that way.
Right. Beautiful, and you know that she has gone a little beyond many of the other patriots in the country and that she's extended her work to the international level. Gone beyond little scuffles and legal battles and local scales, and extended it into the national and international scale, even reaching to the Vatican, and so crossing over the boundaries of governments to religion and engaging at the highest levels of administration on this planet with tremendous actions, as well as intelligence, penetrating to the core of the problem and implementing the legal actions and filings, and education the people needed to bring about the solutions. And you've done similar things, you've done similar work. There's a very great alignment and parallel synchronic resonance between the two of you, and you also have an understanding of gold, and Anna is now bringing gold into the picture. Would you like to talk about gold a little bit?
Well, gold has got a history on this planet as far back as man has known. And it's interesting that this planet goes in cycles, starting with the Golden Age, and then we go into the Silver Age, and Bronze Age, the Iron Age, and then it goes slowly back into the Golden Age. So when you look at cycles, gold does play an internal part of everything. And gold is sacred. A lot of people don't know too much about the galactics, the Ascended Masters, and that sort of thing. But if you really did some research in it, you'd find that gold actually creates and engineers our cells. The cells of the higher beings are actually made out of gold. So there's a real significance to gold in the galactic empire. Gold is alive, and everything we touch is alive. People don't think gold is a living thing, but in reality it just has a shell on it. If you were to break it down into its smallest components, you'd see that it is very, very much alive, and that's where it becomes spiritual. In the third density it looks like a polished metal, but once you take the shell off, it's very alive. It basically looks like light. It's an entity. It has intelligence. And what's interesting about our cells themselves have receptor sites that they can actually partake of gold. Just like we can partake of food. Our cells have receptor sites that actually accept light as a food. So it's interesting that they are there, and if gold is taken to the proper form, you can actually utilize it as a divine food. Actually being gold. This whole thing was gold because in the end gold is the key to allowing us to the ascension. So that kind of brings us to where we are today. When we look at where we are today, the main mission today with all of us is to actually acquire gold, put gold back into our hands. Use gold as a medium of spending between our entities, our countries, our governments. Gold will be the united factor that unites the planet together. Like we look at the Paris Treaty that was just signed. Every country in the world now just signed a pact that they would go back to gold-backed currencies within the next 6 months. China last month on the 18th, June 18th, actually started issuing their first gold yuans. So we're seeing a tremendous transition back to gold, and that's what happens in the beginning of the Golden Age. We're now, 4.5 years into the Golden Age, which began in 2012, and what makes our Golden Age golden is that people recognize the superiority, the power, that gold is and how it has the ability to unite the world in peace. And more importantly, when everything is said and done, that eventually we'll come to find out the true purpose of gold. And the true purpose of gold is obviously that it is a divine food which allows for the ascension of all mankind, the animals, plants, and the planet itself. So it's a very sacred element in the universe, and it has a very sacred purpose, just like it has here on Earth. You still there, Thomason?
Yes. Thank you. Beautiful. Fascinating. There is a lot, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, that is unfolding here today on the call. That is the reason for this session that will relate to you right now personally. I wanted to bring up something that I've been observing, Royal, in many people. I'm speaking to the new thing that is unfolding. They're waiting for the big picture, the global currency reset or some kind of thing, or they're considering joining us and working with us. A lot of them are saying, well, I'll do that when I have the money, and they keep putting off the future. When I have the money, then I will do it, and they keep like holding a carrot in front of their noses on tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, when such and such happens, and until then, I'm going to sit back and just wait. And this has been going on month after month, year after year, for millions of people, and I encounter it every day, and I think you do too. I'm wondering if you can speak to that mindset, and what the difference is with us who are co-creating the Golden Age.
I hear the same thing. I see the same thing. But when you look at the cosmic plan, the plan goes in stages. And when you come into a golden age, especially the plan for right now, the plan is to get gold back into the hands of the people. So it's not just gold. The divine plan is to ensure that gold gets into the hands of the people. Gold stabilizes our local community. Gold stabilizes our states and national communities. And gold at once will stabilize the global economy. And everything is headed that way. And if you're awake, and aware of who you are, and what your place is on the planet, the most important thing that you should do, for the time, is get involved, and helping people learn about gold, especially as a currency. Even fiat cryptocurrencies are becoming popular. They're so fiat. They're not based on gold and everything. So we actually have an opportunity to share and help people get back into the gold standard. Get back into the gold fusion or understanding what gold is and educate the people of you friends. Fiat currency is worthless. What is an electronic credit worth? I mean, how many people have IRAs and 401ks and mutual funds, and they have CDs, and their savings account, earning 1 or 2% a year? It's not even safe in our banks. So there's a tremendous opportunity to teach them that there is a safe way on the planet to save their money, and that's always been gold. So I encourage people to get involved and become a part of what we're doing, and supporting Anna. Anna truly wants to build a mega bank, but it requires a lot of us.
Yes, it requires a lot of us. We are building together. Go ahead.
So we have an opportunity to support Anna. Support the ushering in of the golden age and be a participant, rather than just standing still and not doing anything, and waiting for everything to happen. If in 10 to 15 years we can look back and say, if someone asks us and says, "What did you do at this auspicious time?" wouldn't it be nice to say that, "I did everything I could. I did the most important thing, which is to get gold into the hands of the people, to teach them about fiat money, to help stabilize the planet, our communities, and such in the golden age, and be a participant, and working and participating in this officious time we live in, and being a part of it personally."
You were talking about the spiritual resume, but what goes on the resume?
Well, each one of us has got to realize that we are all spiritual beings. This is not where we really live. This is not really our home. We are here for school. We have a different home that we all live in. We come here for school. There are billions of planets in the universe. So we're here for a reason and purpose. We came here for a reason and purpose. We just didn't come here to play video games, and watch our playbook, and go out and play hockey, or swimming, or whatever it is. We came here to complete a mission at this point of time, which is to usher in the golden age and stabilize the planet. I came here to stabilize the world, and I completed my mission. And that goes on you spiritual resume. You want something to be powerful on your spiritual resume. And we have the opportunity to do that right here, now. Yeah, there is a kind of attitude that, well, I'm going to sit around and read emails and watch websites and blogs, and listen to conference calls, and kind of watch the global scale. People are fascinated with this global change taking place. Did you ever hear that funny saying about, there are those who make things happen, there are those who watch things happen, and then there are those who wonder what happened?
How much is that paying you?
What everyone needs to know is that we now have the greatest vehicle on the planet. Anna has finally been endorsing it, thanks to her genius, and you are saying she was a scientist. So in addition to being a legal genius, she has also been a scientist for many decades. And with her penetrating intellect, she was able to see that this gold business that is based out of Germany, that we are now collaborating with, can make everyone prosperous and make everyone independent of the international system, with no reporting, can make one independent, actually and legally, and pull the rug out from under the slave masters. There's another point too. Many people in this audience have been fighting battles, court battles, legal battles, identity battles, mortgage foreclosures, tax issues, debt issues, tyranny, abuse of local, national, and state governments, and so many court cases being engaged in. There are a lot of lawyers and legal eagles on this show today. Can we speak to what Hannah, and you and I, are offering in the way of joining us, in the way of the gold business, and gold consultation, where you become an arranger, where you become an orchestrator, where you become an introducer of parties, in your neighborhood, or anywhere on the planet that you make known to us, and we will help you bring them into the gold business as family, and create families secure with gold accounts of their own, and therefore move the economy more commercial, out of the old fiat systems that are the source of all the tyranny, and thus unplug, as it were, the power from that which is causing the corruption in the first place. It's kind of like going to the source of the problem, rather than suppose you have a poisonous tree in your front yard, or some kind of moss and you're just trying to attack it on the outside edges, just trying to defeat it on the surface. If you go to the source, if you go to the root of it, it's gone, finished, forever. And now a new paradigm can dawn. This is what Anna is getting involved in. What we are involved in, and we are going to the source by pulling the rug out from this dispensation, the financial and monetary dispensation that has been existing. The other thing is that you, Royal, have been speaking with Anna about, and working together on, is with her bank and with the things you're involved in, actuality laying the foundation for a new global monetary system. And now a new paradigm can dawn. This is what Anna is getting involved in. What we are. Well, that's where we are. We come here with a purpose and a mission, but we're not just humans. There's more to us. And if you realize it, the universe is alive. The universe, if you can connect with the universe has a part in this and will support and assist you. And you will realize that the only real enemies are the enemies that you perceive are enemies, for technically they are really not enemies, and once you take a more galactic perspective, then you can look down upon the planet. I tried to tell a lot of my friends that I can work from the bottom up, which a lot of people try to do, but it's a lot easier for me to work from the top down. And I look at what's happening at the top levels of government, and the top levels of finance, and I've been able to acquire professionals and experts in all those areas, and basically do it from meditation. I meditate every day, as you know, Thompson, and I meditate on what is needed for this planet, and what I can do to kind of support it. And it's like magic. The people are talented, the engineers, the specialists, they're coming to me to work with me. Because they see that attitude that I have, the honor, they see the perspective, and they understand that it's time now to take over our monetary system, which has not been in a position to really help the common man, to this point in time. We all know the bankers are really the problem on a global scale. They just use their fiat money system to link up all of us, our wealth and our families, of our properties and everything else, and that time has come to an end in the golden age that reverses everything. The people act. Absolutely 100% Thompson. I couldn't agree more on everything you just said. Now when it comes to oneness, all of us are part of the one. All the planets are part of the one. All of the suns are part of the one. So to think that you're not part of everything is not really thinking it through. So we are part of the one, then obviously we can connect to the one and become a part of the divine plan. That's kind of what I look at. What is the plan? What are we supposed to do? Where are we in the stream of time? What is the divine plan for each one of us, and participate in it? And right now the most important thing is about gold. Gold is the secret in the end for everything. It's the secret divine tool that allows for ascension. It allows for us divine communication. It's the fuel that changes the economies. It's the binding force that allows everything to come together in concrete. And eventually as you morph into whom you really are, it's gold that powers your body. So gold really has a special place in the universe, so we have an opportunity right now to work as hard as we can, and to shake everybody up. And when I wake everybody up, I wake everybody up to the fact that gold is a medium of exchange. Electronic credit is not gold. It's not money. Fiat currency is not money. Really, the only true thing that the world recognizes as money is either silver or gold. And with the KaratBar system, we have an opportunity where we can get involved. We don't have to use our social security number. We have privacy. There are no storage fees for our gold. We can create a business. I mean an incredible business. We can make enough money to take care of our families and have the excitement and fun that we would like to have on this planet. And the KaratBar's program offers all of that in spades. So it's really, when you look at all the different factors of how and what it is, it's just a wonderful tool to assist all of us in our growth as spiritual beings. And it's working with Anna, and close with Anna, you know, as intelligent as she is, and structuring it so her bank can prosper through this program. This is the foundation of her global bank. And we will continue to work with her bank and with other banks around the world. This is basically uniting all the sovereign banks together, and eventually they will become the master banks of the planet. So there is a master plan working with her too. And we too see that vision and are working very hard behind the scenes to accomplish that, and work with her to make sure that all that comes to pass. Absolutely 100% Thompson. I couldn't agree more on everything you just said. Now when it comes to oneness, all of us are part of the one. All the planets are part of the one. All of the suns are part of the one. So to think that you're not part of everything is not really thinking it through. So we are part of the one, then obviously we can connect to the one and become a part of the divine plan. That's kind of what I look at. What is the plan? What are we supposed to do? Where are we in the stream of time? What is the divine plan for each one of us, and participate in it? And right now the most important thing is about gold. Gold is the secret in the end for everything. It's the secret divine tool that allows for ascension. It allows for us divine communication. It's the fuel that changes economies. It's the binding force that allows everything to come together and concrete. And eventually as you morph into whom you really are, it's gold that powers your body. So gold really has a special place in the universe, so we have an opportunity right now to work as hard as we can, and to shake everybody up. And when I wake everybody up, I wake everybody up to the fact that gold is a medium of exchange. Electronic credit is not gold. It's not money. Fiat currency is not money. Really, the only true thing that the world recognizes as money is either silver or gold. And with the KaratBar system, we have an opportunity where we can get involved. We don't have to use our social security number. We have privacy. There are no storage fees for our gold. We can create a business. I mean an incredible business. We can make enough money to take care of our families and have the excitement and fun that we would like to have on this planet. And the KaratBar's program offers all of that in spades. So it's really, when you look at all the different factors of how and what it is, it's just a wonderful tool to assist all of us in our growth as spiritual beings. And it's working with Anna, and close with Anna, as intelligent as she is, and structuring it so her bank can prosper through this program. This is the foundation of her global bank. And we will continue to work with her bank and with other banks around the world. This is basically uniting all the sovereign banks together, and eventually they will become the master banks of the planet. So there is a master plan working with her too. And we too see that vision and are working very hard behind the scenes to accomplish that, and work with her to make sure that all that comes to pass.
Until we bring Anna on, it would be nice if everyone could know a little bit more in detail about what the bank is going to be. Can you speak to that?
No, I kind of would rather leave that up to her. She's certainly the expert in that. Most of us who know Anna know she's coming from honesty. She's coming from integrity. She's coming from the planetary good. She wants her bank to be special and sacred. And it's a bank that will set the bar. And this is the key for all of us. We're all setting the bar now. We're leaving the Iron Age. We're going into the Golden Age. So it's all about honor. It's all about understanding that there is such a thing as dishonor. And we're bringing forth a new bar of creation with the banks, so they're to serve the people and not just amount for new money. And Anna is really stepping forward, taking the global lead, and really doing that, and that's why I'm supporting her. And I think that if anybody reads her mission statement of what she's doing, they'll be just absolutely honored and thrilled to be a part of what we are doing.
You are familiar with the Greek genius Buckminster Fuller of the 20th century, who had 48 PhDs. He was the inventor of the geodesic dome. He had lots of accomplishments. He was considered, back in the 60s and 70s, as the only person over 30 that the young people could trust. And he did a calculation, and he's operating that for his Spaceship Earth book, in which he calculated the total man-made wealth in the marketplace and in the banks. And we're not talking about untapped resources under the ground. We're talking about resources already taken out of the earth, and in the marketplace, goods and services and money in the banks. He totaled it up to a total dollar amount figure, and then did a simple calculation. He divided it by the world's population, and it indicated that every last man and woman and child on the planet would be a millionaire if it were evenly divided, which demonstrates there was no shortage even back in the 70s. Do you think that it is not only possible, but can you believe that there are actually some people who do not even think it's applicable, that every person on the planet should have enough, should have good clothing and shelter, and basic transportation and communication and dignity without working? They kind of have this idea that, no, if you don't work for it, you can just starve to death. What's your take on that? What's your view of that?
Well, if you look at it in a higher perspective, in the universe there is no lack. Lack is something that's created here by itself. So it's natural, in a universal concept and universal laws, that there is no lack. There is always plenty. And in this planet people think that there is not enough gold to go around, but that's just not true. There are massive amounts of gold that have been hidden from the conspirators for this time in the Golden Age. And I've act there are massive usually had the opportunity to meet and talk to a lot of people who are the trustees of that gold. And they want to use us as a source to bring that gold to the world. So there is absolutely plenty of gold. There is plenty of wealth. The earth can produce more than enough for every single person. So the concept of not having enough, that's not a concept that the universe even really understands. That's something that's completed by self. And in the Golden Age, every Golden Age, the reason there is gold in them is because, not only is there enough gold for everybody, there is plenty for everybody. There's plenty for all the animals, there's plenty of peace, there's an excessive time and energy and fun and excitement. So you have to be at this time in history to usher in a Golden Age. And it's really an auspicious time. We're really probably in the most exciting time in this history of mankind, where we can actually in time usher in this Golden Age. And those of us who are on the inside of the galactic perspective know that this is a permanent Golden Age. Mother Earth herself is ascending to the fourth dimension, so this is the last time she has to go through, in her process of her cycling. So everything's changing. Just look at the 60 years that I've been on this planet. The massive changes that have been happening now are just astronomical on a planetary scale. If you've got access to the internet and its proper sites, we all know that things are happening at light speed, faster than we could ever even imagine. So it's time to get serious. It's time to come out and work and have fun and enjoy life and share gold with people, and share the truth about fiat money and do the massive conversions that have to be done, and truly be a real part, a daily part, an earthly part of this divine transformation that's happening for us all. And that's what I'm here for. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to do the process. I'm excited to go through it. I'm excited to go and put it on my spiritual resume. And I'm going to work hard every single day that I inherit to accomplish the mission that I intended to do.
We have a few things in common with you, Royal, and also Anna. Anna has been teaching people how to bring justice in both law and these remedies to the economic solution. And the two main wheels of the global cabal enslavement mashing have been debts and taxes, as you may know. They get countries in debt. They get individuals in debt. And then they tax people. And you and I have been blessed with success in defeating both of those wheels. And we've been helping many thousands of others to do the same. And so my offering for everyone present has been brilliantscenecommerce.com, which has been helping people defeat that. We have a 100% success rate in canceling credit card debt without bankruptcy. 100% success rate, no failures in 14 years. And we have trusts which help people move their commerce out of the taxing system, then into an exempt entity so that all your commerce henceforth then is exempt. So that's in the brilliantscenecommerce.com offering. And now we have KaratBars, which is the gold business based out of Germany, that has the LBMA certification, which means 999% fine 24-karat gold. The highest quality on the planet is authenticated by one of the planet's greatest authority that's internationally recognized, the LBMA Authority for Certification of the Quality of Gold. So this company has instant credibility. And our due diligence has indicated that millionaires and billionaires are entrusting their money with KaratBars. You as a collaborator with Anna or anyone on this show who may not be familiar with Anna, who may have been invited by someone else from the show, have the opportunity, if you haven't already, to join with us. If you are invited by someone from outside the organization of Anna Von Reitz, then get with the person who invited you at their KaratBar link, and join with us. If you are receiving this show information from Anna Von Reitz newsletter, and you want to honor her organization, here's her link at http://karatgroupsite.com/amigal1956.html. So that's http://karatgroupsite.com/amigal1956.html. That is the link to join up with Anna Von Reitz in the KaratBars business. And if you were invited by her or her newsletter, go to that link. If you were invited by someone else at their link, go with them and work with the people who invited you. Also, the American States and Nations Bank website is under development. It's just getting started, and that is www.asanbank.net. So ASAN stands for American States and Nations Bank. Anna wants a longer domain name to spell it out. I believe there is a longer alternative as well. We'll give these links out again later. I wanted to address, Royal, the concept while we're waiting for Anna to come on, of what everyone listening can do to come out of the mindset that, well, I'm waiting for some big global change, or I'm embroiled in a battle in court, or I'm waiting for some kind of money to come in from somewhere, and then I'll do all those things. Then I'll get involved in gold. There is an opportunity right now whereby, starting with little or nothing, you can be an introducer. If you have enough concern in your heart for your neighbors that you can think, okay, I know some business owners, or I know somebody who has a lot of assets, a lot of resources, and they're afraid. They're afraid of losing it. They may be afraid of the government taking it over. There's been a lot of asset forfeitures being spread across the country that has not made the headline news. That is not on PBS. Well, actually, it is BS which we see. It's not on Fox. It's not in the major media. But it is happening. And you are informed on this, Royal. You've been seeing the news about it. The government just helps themselves because the Fed's going down. The dollar is no longer accepted worldwide. They're losing money. They can't make any more money out of thin air. And so they're desperate. And their ship is sinking, so they're grasping. They're taking people's accounts. Wealthy people are afraid. People holding a retirement pension. How many people with retirement pensions, IRAs and kiosks have had them just disappear because their company failed? They went out of business. They filed bankruptcy. The government confiscated it. Something happened. They can roll their IRAs over into gold. Gold is stable. KaratBar has a system whereby they can do that. And you have met with a company that is pursuant to that. Do you want to speak to this?
Yes. You know, nothing is safe in the banks over here. If the banks get a piece of paper from any government agency, they do it every day. You can look in your local paper and just see the amount of seizures that are happening on a local basis. There's a local paper over in Hawaii called the Pacific Business News, and there's just page after page every week of massive amounts of seizures. And this is how the government is surviving right now. They just seize the money, and then they can label you for any type of crime they want, and take your money, and throw you in jail. That happens every single day. It's really a dangerous time to have money in hanks, or even money stuffed away someplace where somebody else can take it. That's why I recommend to the people that if they have CDs, if they have mutual funds, if they have IRAs that have saving accounts, 401ks, why not roll them over into something safe? Something where you know that it's real money in substance where nobody can take it. There's no storage fees in Germany in the vaults that the system uses, so we can naturally roll it all over there. And then there is an access to it through MasterCard, and the teaching in the next few months is going to be access to it through the computer, so you will be able to move gold anywhere in the world. So really it's the safest, most powerful system in the world at this point of time on the planet. And the fact that you have the MasterCard, so that you can place your gold into your card on the computer, and you can spend that at any store, any place where MasterCard is utilized. So it's really probably the best system that I've ever seen on the planet in this point of time to start the healing of the nation, and it creates the faith that everybody has been looking for. So that's one of the major reasons why I am in this. I help people with that.
We also provide personal service to everyone. You've got to know. This is not just some kind of sales pitch and then we're gone and we're finished. This is actually a family. It is a family of people who care about each other, who care about others, and who are working all day long, every day, just about 7 days a week on the phone, on the internet helping each other, and we are here for you. Royal is here. He can consult to you people. Anna is available as much as she can be. Everyone working with Anna with several other affiliates who are associated with Anna, and other people in our group, our family, some who have been in for 2 or 3 years making 6 and 7 figures per month just caring about others and helping families build up their gold reserves in fulfillment of the rich teaching of Robert Kiyosaki that every person should take a portion of what they have coming in each month, whatever it is, and put it aside in something permanent. Something in investment which is stable. We are here for you, to consult to you, to provide to you assistance. I hear is something like a VIP treatment in which everyone gets respect. Everyone is treated fairly with love, with care and concern to roll this out. And so perhaps you'd like to speak to that. To the care and concern that this family approach takes.
Well, everybody that knows me knows that I've been following and exercising what I believe in. I believe in honor, faith and love, and I believe in respect. I believe in helping and assisting. To me it is much, much more than money. We all need money to survive and pay the bills and all sorts of things. But being a con, or stealing money, or trying to steal it from your one-to neighbor or your friends, or trick them, or deceive them, that are the old paradigm. The new paradigm is to love each other. We stand on honor, we help each other. We never think about harming or cheating, or stealing, or anything. So to me it's more like a salvation mission where I can actually assist clients getting their money rolled over safely to where it is safe, where they can have access to it, where they don't have to worry about it being stolen, or confiscated by the government, or some type of civil judgment, or even a divorce, or who know what. At the same time, there's a business here. We can actually make money, legally and honestly and safely, and make enough to provide a wonderful living, much more than a normal job, or any of that type of thing. I could do this full time, but I don't do this full time, because I don't treat it as a job, I treat it as excitement. Every single day I'm looking forward to helping people and assisting them in accomplishing their goals, and at the same time accomplishing my goals, and at the same time I can assist people like Hannah on a higher scale, and assist them in bringing the type of bank, and integrity in the banking system, the loyalty and the honesty, and bring life to the planet, and really truly usher in the golden age, and be a part of setting that bar and taking the lead in accomplishing the mission.
Anna, I believe you are on, and we have you unmuted. Would you like to say hi to everybody? Well, Anna, are you there? Hello. Are you there?
Sure. No problem.
This is May and I'm taking over for Tom. For just a moment. He has connected with Anna, and they're trying to get her on the radio show, and we have a few moments here. If you can continue talking, that would be good. Can you continue talking about what you were talking about?
Well, one of the most important things that I'm excited about is having a business that you don't have to spend a tremendous amount of money to put it together. Business today costs. If you do a franchise, it could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and millions of dollars to put a franchise together. And you don't have to pay rent. You don't have to pay for a staff. You don't have to do insurance, and just a narrative of things. It's unbelievable what it costs to run a business nowadays. Yet with KaratBars, you can start with just a few $100s. You don't have to worry about a space. You don't have to worry about having a staff. Because everybody involved with the KaratBar system become your staff. All of this is basically for free. We all will help you out. You don't have to pay rent. In Germany they take care of everything over there, so there is no rent for you. So you can venture out in a business on a shoestring and build it into something powerful. And I have incentive to do that. I have worked with people every day and in every scale. You know, if they've just got $300 and are first time coming in and purchasing gold in a package and getting started, I treat that person with just as much respect and honor as I do the billionaire's honor on that basis. So it's really a wonderful program, and depending on where they are, and assist them in accomplishing their mission and their goals. So it's very rare to have a business like this, and at the same time it's also a private business. They don't require any social security numbers to sign up. There's not any type of government reporting to any government. We're in 122 countries already, so we can do a business worldwide. I've got people all over the world working with me, and because calling doesn't really cost anything anymore, all that expense is eliminated, so we can truly have a global business working right now out of our home. So just that alone, and also to be able to support people like Hannah, and to assist in and helping ushering in the golden age, and setting up new types of banking, and banking systems that will truly benefit the people. We are honored to be a part of this, and work with people to accomplish their mission. It's really an opportunity of a lifetime. Sure. No problem.
Yeah. We're getting her on, but it's taking some directions here. One moment.
Well, one of the most important things that I'm excited about is having a business that you don't have to spend a tremendous amount of money to put it together. Business today costs. If you do a franchise, it could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, and millions of dollars to put a franchise together. And you don't have to pay rent. You don't have to pay for a staff. You don't have to do insurance, and just a narrative of things. It's unbelievable what it costs to run a business nowadays. Yet with KaratBars, you can start with just a few $100s. You don't have to worry about a space. You don't have to worry about having a staff. Because everybody involved with the KaratBar system become your staff, all of this is basically for free. We all will help you out. You don't have to pay rent. In Germany they take care of everything over there, so there is no rent for you. So you can venture out in a business on a shoestring and build it into something powerful. And I have incentive to do that. I have worked with people every day and in every scale. You know, if they've just got $300 and are first time coming in and purchasing gold in a package and getting started, I treat that person with just as much respect and honor as I do the billionaire's honor on that basis. So it's really a wonderful program, and depending on where they are, and assist them in accomplishing their mission and their goals. So it's very rare to have a business like this, and at the same time it's also a private business. They don't require any social security numbers to sign up. There's not any type of government reporting to any government. We're in 122 countries already, so we can do a business worldwide. I've got people all over the world working with me, and because calling doesn't really cost anything anymore, all that expense is eliminated, so we can truly have a global business working right now out of our home. So just that alone, and also to be able to support people like Hannah, and to assist in and helping ushering in the golden age, and setting up new types of banking, and banking systems that will truly benefit the people, we are honored to be a part of this, and work with people to accomplish their mission. It's really an opportunity of a lifetime.
Anna, I believe you are on, and we have you unmuted. Would you like to say hi to everybody? Well, Anna, are you there? Hello. Are you there?
Yes. Well, first my apologies. I have actually been listening to you guys for the last hour thinking, well gee, they're letting me off easy. But anyway, we finally got settled with the technical things worked out, and I'm sorry that happened, but I have been listening to the conversation. And maybe I could throw in a few things about the American State and Nations Bank that we are building.